7:45 coming up on 7:46. Wall Street will be closely watching in business news who President Trump will be appointing as the next chair of the Federal Reserve. Last week, the Dow, the S&P, and the NASDAQ all had great weeks. Everybody was up, all in record territory. The NASDAQ added 70 points for the week. Joining us now with more on that, our financial analyst Kurt Gerwitz, who is live at Tulane's Freeman School of Business. And we'll get to the Fed in a second, but on Friday, the NASDAQ was killing.
Yeah, we've had just another great week in the markets. There doesn't seem to be any space for the bears. The bulls just are grabbing this market by the horns. The S&P 500 that finished up, that was the 49th day this year that it hit a world record, the highest it's ever been, Eric, so it's just going strong. And the Dow's been performing extremely well. You know, let's get to the Fed. That's going to be a big deal this week. And, you know, there are some thoughts that maybe President Trump will keep Janet Yellen. Others are saying no. But if you look at what it's been doing over the past several months, I mean, maybe now's not the time for a change, or maybe it is. Yeah, you know, Donald Trump's going to make a show of it. That's what he's good at, is drawing attention to the issue. So it's, I think that's fascinating and interesting. The rumors are that Janet Yellen is out. She's not a contender anymore, even though she was my personal favorite for the job. I think she's very well qualified and has done good work with it. Jerome Powell is the front runner right now. He's the status quo candidate. He's the one who will keep it most like what Janet Yellen has been doing. And Taylor is the other guy who's in the running. And boy, he's kind of he would change things a little bit different. And like I said, if you believe we're in a bubble, Taylor getting that position might be one of those impetuses that could cause a little bit of deflation, because he's going to move the rates in a way that aren't going to help the equity markets necessarily, Eric. And that has been the fear for a lot of economists, that we are in a bubble. The market has gone too high, too fast, and maybe the Fed should start, you know, changing some of its thoughts. Yeah, you know, their mandate is to make the economy strong and employment, and inflation has been the weird thing that they have not been able to measure. We've got 3.0% GDP that we learned this past week, and that's tremendous. Those are great numbers. That includes the hurricane stuff. Like, we expected the hurricane to really reduce the productivity of America, but we're still going so strong, and it's a good time for the Fed to try to normalize. They've done a lot of work, and they've got some residue from that work. They've got to try to get to a place where the rates are at a normal level, so if, in case something bad happens, they have tools that they can do something with. But, you know, it's just it's a balancing game out there. It's really tough. All right, Kurt, let's take a look at your numbers. Sure thing. Yeah, it's great to look at the numbers this week. We've got Burkenroad, the portfolio, up at 1.2%. That's great. That's the 40 companies here in the region that Tulane students follow. The S&P 500 again up at 0.2%, and we can see that chart there again. Friday being another record close for the week. And our company in the news this week was Conn's Incorporated. They're retailer out of Beaumont, and they're up 13.6%. People like their reaction to the hurricane news. So that's what moved them up, Eric. Impressive numbers. All right, Kurt, thanks very much. See you here next Monday. Thank you. You too.